Hi everyone. I have decided to make another video about the illness that I have suffered with. I did make one video, I think it was about 3 months ago, and it's still up on my channel. It was a little different. This one's going to be a little different, and I'm going to also attach a very important video. I came across a really good site, and it's called SLEEPYDUST.net, and I'm just starting to go over everything on there. It's going to take me a while because it's going to give me a lot of knowledge, and we know that the more knowledge we have, just like in the Bible, the more power we have, and we can learn how to cope. We can learn how to fight things. We can learn on what makes us feel better, what makes us feel worse. Last night I was listening to a video by Patrick L., and he was talking about people with these physical ailments, and he has something that he has a high mercury count in his system, and these things are real. These things are so real. And I have done a lot of researching on different types of illnesses, especially since I became ill in 2016, of course, which the flu preceded that. I had a horrible flu that just wouldn't go away. I kept on. Then I'd get better, and then I'd get the flu again, and it went on like 6 or 7 times, and the very final time that it hit me, it really hit me hard, and I wasn't able to get out of bed after that hit, and my body became very weak and very frail, and I was at the point where I had to stay in bed for months, and I had to just go online once in a while, even typing or even talking or anything, just could put my body into complete exhaustion. When you watch this video and then you can go to the website, you will learn so much. I guess the reason I'm doing this is because people really need to be recognized for these things, and yes, I do have my faith, of course. Without God, I wouldn't have gotten through any of this, okay? In 2016, actually in March, so it's exactly 2 years from this month, is when I got sick. Well, I actually have been having these weird flare-ups ever since 2000, and I believe it started in 2006 or 7, and my doctor had diagnosed me with Epstein-Barr. The Epstein-Barr, of course, is a whole different thing. A lot of people who have ME, chronic fatigue, usually test positive for Epstein-Barr, but almost 99% of the population tests positive for Epstein-Barr. So what counts is if you're getting sick. What counts? People can carry it and they don't even feel nothing. So I'm just saying, what really counts is if you're sick and you can't seem to battle what's going on in your body. But mainly I just wanted to stick to the ME topic and the CFS topic. ME being I always have such a hard time with this. It's crazy. Myalgic encephalopathy. I can't ever say that. It's so ridiculous. And chronic fatigue syndrome. A lot of people think, oh, chronic fatigue syndrome, what, you're tired? So am I. I'm tired. This is so different, and they describe it so well in this video that I'm going to attach. It is bone-wrenching tired, like the deepest tired that I've ever felt in my life. Like bones were actually disintegrating inside of me. My muscles were very, very bad. I couldn't hardly walk. I should have went to the ER, but I didn't do it because I'm stubborn. I'm super stubborn. But anyway, in March of 2016, I was hearing people of having this flu, you know, and it would come back, and nobody seemed to think it was this huge deal. And I'm thinking in my head, well, why am I getting sick and nobody around me seems to be getting sick, you know? But it would always start out with this sneezing, and the sneezing would go on for probably a day. And then the next day, it would just hit me like a truck, and I'd be like, oh no, it's back again. My whole body hurt. I had the sniffles, you know, the cold, the head cold, the coughing. And I thought, okay, this time I'm really going to get rid of it, right? And it would just keep going on and on like that for like so long. And I switched out my toothbrush. I did all this stuff, you know. I was like, I thought I was doing everything right. And I probably was. And, you know, my family and friends, they didn't seem to have this hard time with it in 2016. But it was a horrible flu. So then it went into 2017, and here I am still drained, you know, just like I'm still drained, and I'm thinking in my head, am I ever going to get well? I could not get well for anything, so mainly I had to just focus on things that I used to love, which was horses, you know, and things that I love to do. I just had to watch videos of horseback riding and watching them run and stuff, and just imagining myself being there. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I just wanted to be with something that I was so happy with. And I think about heaven, and I was praying a lot, reading a lot, but I just could not conquer what was happening to my body. I mean, I must have bought every supplement on the earth. I mean, I was taking so much stuff, and sometimes, you know, less is better, you know, and so I was going in and out of this phase, like, okay, maybe my immune system doesn't need all this stimulation. Oh, maybe it does. No, maybe it doesn't. I mean, I was doing Epstein-Barr drops. I was doing this whole viral drop thing, which had all this stuff in it. Oh my gosh, it just made me feel worse. I thought I was going to die. So I quit that, you know. I was doing every vitamin. I also did something called goat's colostrum. I did that for many months, and it just seemed like it didn't really, like it would help and then it would stop again. So I went on and off of it, and then I did high potency vitamin C, which was, I mean, this place that made it homemade, and it was very potent. 1 teaspoon just knocked you on your behind, you know. So I did that. I'd take like 2 or 3 at a time, and I did get a lot of energy, but oh my goodness, I still couldn't. I mean, I'm sure this was helping to a degree, like helping me so I didn't get so bad. And then I'd feel better, and it would last a couple days, and then I'd go out and do all this yard work, and I'd do this stuff, you know, and then boom, I'd be down again, down for the count, like down, and I'd start all over, and it kept being like that. I have to start all over, you know, just keeps on knocking me down. I keep on getting back up, just like that song. Get knocked down, but you get up again. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. But I had to just tell myself, you know, this is going to end. It's going to get better. So 2017, I started getting a little bit better. But here it is 2018, and I am still fatigued. I I have to be really careful what I do. And you know, I got this even from family. They would be like, but people would be like, you need to get out of bed. You need to exercise. Oh my gosh, you'll just disintegrate. You need to do this. You need to do that. And I'm like, oh. So I thought, okay, I didn't really do my research, but you will see that this is a no-no for ME. But anyway, so what I did is I took advice and I went out and did all this walking. I even like slow jogged, and I was like, thought I was going to die. I thought, okay, I'll feel better in the morning. Not. I mean, I woke up and I felt like 3 trucks instead of 1 ran over me. So I'm like, well, this isn't working out very well. So, you know, but I kept on doing that. I mean, then I would rest for a long time, and I'd be, okay, I feel a little bit better. I'm going to go out and do this exercise in front of the TV or like, you know, music or something. And every time, man, I would just collapse. Now, I do have Hashimoto's, which is my immune system is attacking my thyroid, so I'm on medicine for that. And I know your thyroid runs your body. In some ways, I think personally that your thyroid can be a problem for so much, but I know it's not the only answer. But yeah, I've looked at every angle here, you know. But anyway, since 2016, I'm still fighting this. This is the longest flare I've ever had in my life. The longest, I mean, I thought the longest one was I think that was like a year, maybe 8 months. But this is 2 years, you guys, and I'm still fighting it. I got a new vitamin C this time. It's a Whole Foods one. It seems to be helping me. I take my magnesium every day. I don't miss it. I take the vitamin D. Because I think it's very important, even if you live in a sunny place like me, which sun is everywhere. People don't get enough of that hormone. That's what it is. But I'm trying to eat right now. I'm trying to eat like more nuts, and I just try to eat right, like more fruits and stuff like that, because I'm really bad. I love chocolate. I love it. I mean, I could eat this stuff from like morning, noon, and night. So, I just wanted to come on here and basically say, you know, if you know anyone that has ME and CFS or fibromyalgia, which I was diagnosed with that too, that was a long time ago, and then they blamed it on Epstein-Barr all the time, so I never really got proper care. But this time they're sending me to a neurologist. I don't know what he's going to do for me, to tell you the truth, but I just know that there's no magic pill, you guys, because I've tried it all. There is just no magic pill, and if someone tries to tell you that, they are so wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. So I want you guys to watch the video that I'm attaching, then go to the website and learn. If you have a friend that has this, take the advice they're giving you, okay? I literally thought I was going to die in 2016 and maybe part of 2017. Now I feel, yeah, I got a little more hope because I'm not at that where I was then, but I'm definitely not all the way well. I will never be all the way well unless I get fully healed by Jesus Christ. And yes, there are some Christians out there that want to be healed. And do they get healed? Not all the time, not in their timing, you know. So, and don't cast that stone at people either, is what I'm saying. I recommend you go listen to Patrick Al, his latest video. I might put that in the link here too, because he talks about, you know, things that are real, you guys. We are living in a fallen world, okay? If one person that's a Christian can tell me that everything is going right in their life, then I have to wonder, like, well, what, you know, everything is going right, so you're not a sinner, you don't have any aches and pains, you're not wearing glasses to read, you know, it's like, hey, if you're wearing glasses to read and you're one of those people that say you know, you can get healed of everything, you just have to ask, then why the heck are they wearing glasses? See, that's what I have to say about that. So anyway, I love to get your feedback on stuff, but please don't leave me like, oh, here's the cure, blah blah, because there's no way. I will delete it because there is no cure for this stuff. The only cure I'm waiting for is the one on God. He is going to cure me, whether He heals me now or when I get raptured, then I will be healed and I can toss this in the garbage. But people are suffering. Yes, people are suffering that are not saved and they need our help. And I try to go through, you know, things, and I try to pray for other people who are hurting. I don't just worry about myself all the time. It's not, you know, there's more comfort in healing people, or I mean helping people with prayer, than there is feeling sorry for yourself. Okay, I know that. And yes, I did feel sorry for myself for a while there, because I really thought that my life was over. It's not easy because I want to do things that I can't do anymore. I want to, I mean, I am getting stronger and better. Like, you know, today I did go to the nursery place and I got a bunch of plants, and I'm gonna, like I told you guys about my huge aloe vera cactus plant. I have to cut it up now and all these parts and save it and plant it, and it's just like a project. But I'm going to need strength to do it, and I was fine going there and doing all this stuff today. And I actually feel a little bit better being on this new vitamin C. I think vitamin C is definitely a key to every illness, because we need vitamin C, because it really helps to your immune system to fight things off. But is it a cure? No, I can tell you that's not a cure, because I did every type of potent vitamin C 2016, 17, and it did not cure me. So I will never say vitamin C is your cure, but it sure can help. Try to do what you can. You know, you don't have to buy the most expensive things online, because sometimes less is better. You can, like, I was buying, another thing I do is probiotic, and I was buying a really expensive one, and it really didn't do that much for me. You know, I thought, okay, I bought this 3 different times. I think I'm going to buy the cheaper one, and that's exactly what I did. And I feel fine right now. So you see what I'm saying? You have to, it's kind of like trial and error type thing too. But when you're in the first, okay, if you're in a really, like there's a mild and moderate and there's completely disabled part of ME, I definitely had a moderate case. I felt like I felt horrible. Like when I got out of bed, I mean, my legs would just not even support me. And that was in 2016 when I first, and I thought, okay, I've had flares before, but never like this. And I thought, this one's really kicking my behind. I was just like, wow. And I didn't think I was going to get better, but it's been slow, and I do not know if I will be completely in remission from this time. So I'll see what my neurologist says and stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to go to a good one, because she's referring me to a junk place right now in Vegas, and there's no way I'm going there. I'm going to do my top searches. And my daughter is a RN in Arizona, and she used to work as a nurse in Las Vegas, so she will point me in the right direction as far as neurologist goes and stuff like that. So I mean, that's another thing. If you live in Las Vegas and you need something, I can get a good referral for you that way, for Las Vegas only, and maybe Arizona too now. But I'm really thankful for my life right now, that I have I have what I need, you know. I have 4 dogs, And yeah, it might be a lot, but they equal one dog to me because they're Chihuahuas. But yeah, they're kind of a pain in the behind too sometimes. Um, but yeah, I have them to keep me company, and I bought some new fish again. They all die. I mean, I have so much trouble with my aquarium. It's crazy. So I'm going to get my water tested tomorrow because I don't know if these guys are going to survive. My tank is beautiful. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So anyway, that's a whole different thing. And I find things I like to do. You know, I listen to music. I listen to good videos. I try to bake as much as I can because I love to bake when I have the energy. And sometimes, you know, it was to the point where I could only bake one thing and I couldn't do it for the next 3 or 4 days. But right now, I'm starting to feel a little bit stronger. I got married on Valentine's Day, and I feel that I'm blessed to have, you know, I know, I mean, a lot of women don't have someone to take care of them, you know, and I have to be thankful for that too. So I'm thankful for that, and someone that could put up with me, you know, because I can't do all the things that I would love to do, you know, but I'm praying to get more strength, and even after making a video, it takes the strength out of me, and it really does. It's getting better, though, than before. Like, months ago, I would make a video, and I would just, like, collapse afterwards, but I'm getting a little bit better right now. Another thing I don't, like, want to do either is I don't think we should overstimulate our immune system either. And especially if you have lupus, that's because that means that your immune system is attacking you. I mean, you need to slow it down. So, you know, find out what you have. Don't take my advice. Take your doctor's advice. Do your own research. If you know that you have myalgic encephalomyelitis, oh gosh, if you know that you have ME or CFS or fibromyalgia, then yes, go to the site and get some information. And join a support group by all means, okay? And don't get scared, because some of it is scary if you look online. I was super scared when I looked about ME, because I saw people that were like totally bedridden with, I mean, with tubes in them, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have that. And I still tell myself I don't have it, even though my doctor here pretty much says I do. And when you look at stuff like that, you know, it's like, I know she wants to send me to a neurologist to rule out MS, which is another, like, now I have nightmares over that one. But you know what? Everything is in God's hands, okay? Everything is in God's hands, and that's what I tell myself every day now. Even though a lot of things are so scary, because we're only human, you know, we think about these things, and, you know, anyone could just, their body could quit on them at any time, and they wouldn't have any immune disorder at all to have their body quit on them. So, you know, we just take what we get, and we do the best with it, and we try to get better, and we try to just stay close to God. And there are some things that we don't understand, but I know that soon, you know, hopefully soon, I will understand everything that I had to go through and what other people have to go through, you know. And I mean, that's a whole different subject, because I could really get into a lot of things here, like, why do people suffer? Why do Christians suffer? If they have such a great God, why does he let them suffer? Well, why did he let Paul suffer with the thorn in his side, you know? He said that his greatness shows more, his glory shows more through your weakness. And I'm like, God, please don't show your greatness in me anymore. I don't want this weakness. um, I'm just kidding, you guys. I have to do what the Father tells me to do, and I have to be thankful, you know. I have to be thankful. I have to just keep pushing on, but I don't have to make excuses for anybody, you know, like, I don't have to make excuses for my family or my friends, you know, like, oh, well, you know, if they don't understand what you're going through, then how can they possibly understand if they don't have it? Well, okay, then that means they have to do the research, and that's why I'm putting the website down here, that so they can get knowledge, so they can support you, at least support you, you know, mentally, okay? If they can't do anything for you physically, then they need to support you mentally. And I felt pretty much alone when I first went down with this in 2016, because, you know, well, I just want to say that, you know, a bunch of different things happened as soon as I got sick, and I had to become a caretaker when I was the sick one, and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? And that's what put me down more. And do I blame it? No. And do I say, oh, well, geez, why did I have to do that? You know, why did this have to happen right when I was getting sick? No, of course not. No, I don't have any regrets. But I'm just saying that sometimes we can't help circumstances, and when you're getting sick, something more important might come up where you are needed. And so that set me back, even though I wasn't saying I wish I didn't help. You see what I'm saying? It set me way back because I needed to be in bed. So by the time that I actually got to rest, I was done. I mean, it had taken over and come very, it had become past moderate and almost to the point where I needed to go to the hospital, and I didn't do it. Because I'm really super stubborn when it comes to that. But anymore, I'm going to do, tell myself, and also tell anyone out there, you know, if you have an emergency and you know something's not right in your body, then by all means, go to the ER, because you know your own body. But this is not fun. It is not fun to be trapped inside a sick body. It's just not fun. Now, Patrick was talking about mercury and stuff, and I'm going to put his link under here so you can understand what he's trying to say. Now, I did have mold in my kitchen years back. It's been about 4 years. Did get it all taken care of, I think. I mean, you had the whole counters redone, and underneath the sink, you know, they had to go in there and do that stuff, and I sometimes wonder if there's mold lurking around still, and if that had anything to do with my immune system, because I do believe that mold is a culprit in so many people's lives. Okay, mold, and then what he's talking about, mercury, chemtrails. I mean, we could go on and on. Our own environment makes us sick. I mean, I'm sick of being sick of the sickness in the environment. And there's some things that we can't help. Like, one thing I do for my house is I run an air purifier. I take allergy medicine. I sound pretty stuffed up right now, probably because I am. I also, when you run a purifier, you have to vacuum your rug a lot, because that stuff will just collect on the rug. So, kind of like got to go behind what you're trying to do to get the full effect. You have to watch, I think, for myself, I watch what candles I light up, or anything like that. Anything could be a carcinogen too. Excuse me. So but I think that's all I really have to say right now. I pray that anyone out there that has what I'm going through, or anything that's involved in your immune system, that they get their people around them on board with what you're going through. And don't overextend yourself. That's another thing I did. I did things that I didn't want to do. Oh, come on, you can do it. Just come over. Come on, you can do it. You're fine. You can, blah blah blah. No, if you're not fine, don't do it. That set me back. That's what set me back probably 5 or 6 times. Is that I would do something that I just knew that my body said no, and my mind was even saying no, don't do it. But I did it anyway, because that's another thing. Don't think you have to be a people pleaser. You don't. You don't have to please anyone. You just have to please the Lord Jesus Christ. That's all. When you're in need of something, and your body says no, then don't do it. Just listen to your own body, and listen to God. Meditate in His Word. Get out the scriptures. Listen to some praise and worship music. But don't. If your body is telling you no, then by all means, listen. That's something that I do now, and I will continue to do now, which I didn't do before. I was just like, oh no, what am I going to do to get out of this time? And I would just always like, oh, I can do it, but then I just crash afterwards, like, so tired. It's ridiculous. So, no. Listen to your body. Don't be a people pleaser all the time. So anyway, I think that's all I have to say. So, listen to the video. Or it's just, all it is words to read. It's powerful video, you guys. It makes me cry when I watch it, because there's so many people, and I can relate to this video so much. So this is exactly me, okay? And ME. So I love you guys, and thank you for the new subscribers, and I will talk to you either here or in the air. Bye.